Assistant Professor, Chandigarh College of Pharmacy. In today's lecture of pharmacognosy, we'll be discussing about classification of drugs. Before going to the classification, we should know what crude drugs are. Crude drugs are those drugs which are basically obtained from nature as such and they are used as such. Crude drugs can be obtained from plants, they can be obtained from animals and their parts, which after collection are subjected to only drying and no other treatment is done. Crude drugs may be derived from various natural resources. For example, it can be plants, it can be animals, minerals, or it can be microorganisms. Because of the wide distribution of the drugs, so they are classified according to different ways. It is alphabetical classification, morphological classification, taxonomical classification, pharmacological classification, chemical classification, and chemotaxonomical classification. We'll discuss one by one. The first classification is alphabetical classification. Classification simply means arrangement of drugs on the basis of their identical features. So alphabetical classification means we'll arrange the crude drugs on the basis of their alphabetical names. Alphabeticals means we have to name the drugs according to the alphabets. It can be A, B, C, D up to Z. So it is classified according to their Latin or English names, and these drugs are mentioned in the pharmacopoeias and reference books for the clarity or for the classification of crude drugs according to the system. So we'll study that there are many pharmacopoeias. For example, it is Indian pharmacopoeia, it is British pharmacopoeia, United States pharmacopoeia, and European pharmacopoeias. So the advantages of this method are, it is a very simple method. In this system, we can generally see the location of the drugs, the tracing of the compound is very easy, the addition of any drug is very easy. Then there is no technical person which is required for this type of identification, but the disadvantage is it doesn't give the exact scientific nature. Matlab, we don't know the pharmacological properties of the plant. This system doesn't help in the distribution. Matlab, it doesn't tell us whether the drug is obtained from animals or it is obtained from the plants. The examples are, for example, we have studied that in the alphabetical classification, the drugs will be arranged according to the alphabets. So for example, from the A, we have the drug that is acacia, then it is from similar A, it is agar, then it is benzoin, then C for cinchona, D for digitalis, then E for ephedra, F for fennel, G for the ginger, I for isabgol, J for jalap, and K for quinoa, then it is linseed, M for mustard, and N for nutmeg. We have to explain all the drugs according to the alphabets. Then for the second, we have morphological classification. We know what classification is. Classification means arrangement of compounds. Then we have morphological classification. Morphology simply means we have to arrange the crude drugs according to their morphology, means their color identification. In this, the drugs are arranged according to the part of the plant which are obtained. So they can be divided into two parts. One are organized drugs and one are unorganized drugs. Organized drugs are those drugs which are cellular in nature. Cellular means which components can be seen. For example, they can be divided from the plants, it can be obtained from the leaves, it can be obtained from the bark, it can be obtained from the wood, it can be obtained from the roots, it can be obtained from the rhizomes. Then next are unorganized drugs. Unorganized drugs are also known as acellular drugs. These are the drugs which are obtained from the plants, animals, minerals, but they are divided into different forms. For example, it can be dried latex, it can be dried juice, it can be gums, resins, fixed oils. Means if we have to differentiate between the organized and unorganized drugs, organized drugs are those drugs which are cellular in nature, and unorganized are those drugs which are acellular in nature. Examples of organized are the plant part. For example, leaves, we have drugs like datura, senna. For bark, we have cinnamon, cinchona. For wood, we have quassia and sandalwood. And for the acellular drugs, basically we have dried latex, which is generally used in case of opium. Dried juice is utilized in case of quinoa, and dried extracts are used for catechin. Gums can be used for acacia and tragacanth. Gums are very important in pharmacological part. Advantages of this system are, the system is more convenient during the practical studies. When we have to go for the practical studies, we can go for the morphological classification because it is easy to identify the part of the plant which we have to use. This type of classification is very useful in the identification of the adulterants. In case of pharmacognosy, sometime adulteration is very common. So in case of this, we can generally see or identify the type of the adulterants. Disadvantages of the system are, it doesn't give us any idea about the biological part, it doesn't give any idea about the chemical constituents which are present, and on the basis of different parts of the plant they contain, so it is very difficult to identify that which type of the component is there and what is the pharmacological action of that particular part. So for the next third classification, we have chemical classification. Chemical classification means the drugs are derived or divided into different groups according to their chemical nature. In the initial two, we have studied about the alphabetical classification and the morphological classification. The third one is the chemical classification. Chemical classification, the name itself stands for the chemical components. Matlab, what does the plant drug contain which is utilized for the pharmacological action? So it is on the basis of the chemical nature which is the most important constituent present in the drug. So the examples are, for example, the datura, which contains alkaloids in it. Alkaloids are known as secondary metabolites and they are very important in case of pharmaceutical industry. Next we have glycosides. In category of the glycosides we have digitalis senna. For the tannins we have catechu. For the volatile oils we have clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon. These secondary metabolites are very important for the pharmacological part and they are mostly utilized in the pharmaceutical industry. They have medicinal value as well. We have to go for the advantages of the system. The system has advantages like, we know the chemical components, we know the medicinal uses, but the disadvantages are, they are generally grouped according to the similar titles, so it is very difficult to generally identify which part of the plant is utilized. So the next classification is taxonomical classification. Taxonomical classification means the system in which drugs are arranged according to their taxonomy. These drugs are arranged according to their phylum, order, family, class, genus and species. In case of pharmacognosy, the genus and species is very important for a plant. So it is purely a type of the botanical classification. Taxonomical classification is very important in case of pharmacognosy because we are dealing with the crude drugs. So we have to identify that whether the plant belongs to which species or which genus. So the next is the advantages and the examples both. Then the examples can be, for example, the phylum is mentioned, order, family and the drugs. So for example, it is opium, the drug name is opium. It is basically belonging to the family that is Papaver and the phylum is Angiosperms. So we have to know that whether the plant belongs to which kind of phylum, which order and which species it is. So the next is the advantages. Advantages means it is very easy type of classification. The classification for the plant is very easy. Disadvantages is it doesn't tell us about whether the plant is organized or unorganized, because for the pharmacognosy point of view it is very important to justify that whether the plant is organized or unorganized. So the next is pharmacological classification. Crude drugs are arranged according to their pharmacological action, means their therapeutic action, where they are utilized. वो utilize कहाँ होंगे? Then next is the chief active component which is utilized in the drugs. The examples are, for example, we have bitters, that is quassia, carminative, that is clove, then purgative we have senna. Purgative senna is very much utilized in the industry. Then the next are cardiac depressants, which is cinchona, antihypertensive, which is revolvia. Then the advantages of the system is it is very important. We know about the pharmacological part of the plant, which pharmacological action it is giving. We know the chemical components of the plant. But disadvantage is it doesn't tell us about the morphology. It is not telling us about the taxonomical part of the plant, that to which taxonomy it belongs. What is its genus, which family, to which family it belongs. So the next is chemotaxonomical. Chemotaxonomical means we have to give equal importance to both taxonomy and chemical components. For example, tropane alkaloids. And the next is the question banks. We can discuss for the that what is crude drugs, what are the different methods of classification, what do you mean by the term organized and unorganized drugs, describe in detail about the morphological classification, explain about the chemical components, explain the chemical classification of drugs, pharmacological classification, then chemotaxonomy, difference between organized and unorganized, what are crude drugs, and explain various methods of classification of crude drugs. Then it is thank you.